What if I told you that the universe is preparing something extraordinary specifically for you? Aquarius? Yes, you watching now, you who carry this unique and transformative energy. At this very moment, as the stars align in a way that hasn't happened in years, 12 very clear signs are appearing in your life to show that the most prosperous phase you've ever experienced is knocking on your door. And look, my dear Aquarius, I'm not talking about just any prosperity. I'm talking about that complete abundance that touches all areas of your life, from your finances to your heart, from your relationships to your spiritual health. Have you noticed that some strange but good things have started happening lately? That feeling that something big is coming, even without you being able to explain exactly what? Well, that's no coincidence. The cosmos is sending you crystal clear messages, and if you ignore them, you might miss the perfect timing to take advantage of this wave of prosperity that's arriving in full force. How many times in life do we let opportunities pass us by because we didn't recognize the signs? How many blessings slip through our fingers because we were too busy or too skeptical to pay attention? Well, Aquarius, that won't happen to you today. Because throughout this video, I'm going to reveal each of these 12 signs in a clear, objective, and practical way, so you can identify exactly how many of them are already present in your reality right now. And there's more, my dear. There's a specific sign which I'll reveal in the middle of this video that is so powerful and so rare that when it appears in an Aquarius's life, the transformation is inevitable and gigantic. This sign has to do with the change in your intuition that you may already be feeling, but haven't fully understood yet. Stay with me until the end because every second of this content has been prepared for you to awaken to the prosperous reality that the universe is building around you. First sign, Aquarius, and pay close attention to this because it's one of the most important. You'll start to notice that the right people are appearing in your life out of nowhere, without you even looking for them. You know that friend you haven't seen in years who suddenly sends a message? You know that acquaintance who introduces you to someone who ends up being fundamental to one of your projects? Well, that's not by chance, my dear. When Aquarius enters a prosperous phase, the universe acts like a conductor, orchestrating encounters and reunions that will serve as a bridge to your abundance. And look how interesting, these people don't just appear randomly. They emerge carrying exactly what you need at that moment, whether it's a job opportunity, valuable advice, or simply the good energy you were needing. You, as an Aquarius, know very well that you've always been selective with friendships, always preferring quality over quantity. And now, in this phase that's beginning, the cosmos is honoring this characteristic of yours by bringing you closer to people who vibrate at the same high frequency as you. Pay close attention to how many new or renewed connections have you had in recent days and weeks. How many conversations that seemed casual left you with the feeling that there was something bigger there. Each of these interactions is a golden thread that destiny is weaving into the tapestry of your prosperity. And there's more, my dear Aquarian. These people don't just come to give you something. They come to exchange, to establish true partnerships where everyone grows together. Because Aquarius prosperity is never selfish. It always has this collective character, this desire for everyone around to prosper as well. So when you see that you are attracting good, generous, sincere, and prosperous people, you can be sure that you yourself are entering this vibration of abundance. Don't ignore these encounters, don't let these connections cool down. Respond to that message, accept that invitation, participate in that meeting you were called to. Because within these interactions are hidden the seeds of your prosperity. And do you know what's most magical about all this? The thing is, you won't even need to force anything. Things will flow naturally, conversations will happen easily, and plans will form almost on their own. That's the hallmark of Aquarian prosperity. It's not heavy, it's not forced, it has lightness, it has this quality of gentle inevitability, as if the universe were simply putting everything in the right place for you. Second sign, and this one is powerful, my dear Aquarian. You're going to start having innovative ideas, the kind that wake you up in the middle of the night, the kind that catch you in the shower, the kind that suddenly explode in your head while you're doing something completely different. And I'm not talking about ordinary ideas. I'm talking about brilliant insights, creative solutions to old problems, clear visions about projects that can change your financial and personal life. Aquarius is the sign of great ideas, you know that. You've always been the one who thinks outside the box, who sees possibilities where others see obstacles, who can imagine futures that don't even exist yet. But when Aquarius enters a prosperous phase, this natural gift multiplies. It's amplified in an impressive way. It's as if the channel between you and the field of infinite possibilities becomes completely open and clear. Ideas no longer come in drops, they gush, they flow with a clarity and practical applicability that perhaps you weren't used to. And here's a very important detail, my dear. These ideas come with a sense of certainty, of viability. You're not just daydreaming. You can see the practical steps to achieve it. You can visualize how to transform that insight into concrete reality. And do you know why this is such a strong sign of prosperity arriving? Because ideas are seeds of abundance. Every great material achievement began as an idea in someone's head. Every company started with an idea. Every invention that made people's lives easier started with an idea. And you, Aquarius, are receiving these seeds directly from the cosmos. Now listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you here. This is fundamental. Having the ideas is the first step, but you need to write them down, you need to give them shape, you need to start acting on them. Don't let these gems fall into oblivion because you were too busy, or because you thought you'd remember later. Keep a notebook, a mobile app, anything where you can record these insights when they arrive. Because within this shower of ideas you're receiving now is that specific one that will be the gateway to your prosperity. It could be a side project that becomes your main source of income. It could be a creative solution to a problem at work that will make you stand out and get promoted. It could be an idea for reorganizing your life that will free up time and energy for you to invest in more profitable things. The possibilities are endless, but the responsibility of taking these ideas and doing something with them is yours, my dear Aquarian. Third sign, and here things start to get really interesting. You'll notice that old obstacles, those stones in the road that seemed impossible to remove, are beginning to dissolve on their own. You know that bureaucratic problem that's been tormenting you for months? Suddenly it's resolved. You know that debt that seemed unpayable? A solution appears out of nowhere. You know that complicated situation with someone? Peace arrives unexpectedly. Aquarian, when the prosperous phase is beginning, it's as if the universe is clearing the ground for you. It removes the debris, clears the paths, and makes easier what was previously difficult. And this happens in ways you can't even explain properly, you know? Sometimes it's a call you receive at the right time. Sometimes it's information that reaches you by chance. Sometimes it's simply a change in the energy of things that makes everything flow better. Look at your life now. How many things that were stuck have started to move? How many knots that seemed impossible to untie are coming undone? This isn't luck, my dear. This is the cosmos paving the way for your abundance. And there's a very special aspect to all of this. When these obstacles dissolve, they release energy. Think about it, how much of your mental and emotional energy was trapped in those problems? How much time did you spend thinking about those difficulties, worrying, trying to find solutions? When these issues are resolved, all that energy becomes available for better things, to focus on your prosperity, to realize your dreams, to seize the opportunities that are coming your way. It's as if before you were trying to run a marathon carrying weight on your back, and now someone has taken that weight off. Of course, you'll run faster, you'll go further, you'll have more stamina for the journey. And look at this marvel, my dear Aquarian, some of these obstacles that are disappearing are things that you aren't even actively doing anything to solve. They simply resolve themselves. Other people take initiatives that benefit you. Circumstances change in your favor. The timing of things finally aligns in the right way. This is the invisible hand of prosperity working in your life. Now there's something important here. When you notice these obstacles disappearing, don't just stand there waiting for the next miracle. Use this clearing, use this opening of paths to move forward with everything you've got. It's like when you clean your house. It's not to leave it clean and doing nothing, it's to live better in that space. Similarly, when the universe clears your path, it's for you to walk. It's for you to move towards your goals with all your strength. Now, my dear Aquarian friend who is here with me, I need to take an important break. If you're enjoying this content, if this information is making sense to you, if you're starting to recognize these signs in your own life, I have a special request. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new content, and leave a comment below saying where you're watching from, because I love knowing where the prosperous Aquarians scattered around the world are. And look, if these messages are really touching your heart, if you feel that this content is making a difference in your spiritual journey, consider becoming a supporter of the channel, a subscriber. Because it's with your support that I can continue bringing you this in-depth content, these detailed astrological analyses that help you navigate your life better. Every view, every subscription, every bit of support makes all the difference. Let's continue building this incredible community together. And now let's move on to the fourth sign because there's still a lot of good stuff ahead in this video. The fourth sign of prosperity is arriving for Aquarius, my dear. And this one will affect your finances in a very concrete way. You will start receiving money from unexpected sources. It could be money someone owed you and you didn't even remember anymore. It could be a bonus at work that you weren't expecting. Could be a tax refund. Could be a cash gift. It could be an extra opportunity to earn additional income. The point is that the money starts arriving through ways you hadn't planned or foreseen. And this is very characteristic of Aquarian prosperity. You know why? Because Aquarius is the sign that governs the unexpected, the unconventional, that which breaks the patterns. So when financial abundance comes to you, it often comes through unconventional means. While other signs may prosper by following the straight path, climbing the corporate ladder correctly, Aquarius often prospers through surprising turns of events, opportunities that appear out of nowhere. And look how interesting, my dear Aquarian, this unexpected money doesn't usually come in large sums all at once, at least not at the beginning. It comes in small installments that add up, creating an increasingly consistent flow. Today it's 50 here, tomorrow it's 100 there. Then a bigger opportunity arises. It's as if the universe is testing how you handle these smaller inflows before releasing the larger ones. And here's a precious piece of information that will multiply this sign in your life. When you receive these small unexpected amounts, don't spend it all at once on superfluous things. Of course you can and should enjoy it a little, treat yourself, celebrate. But set aside a portion of it, even if it's small, to save or invest. Because when you honor these financial blessings, when you show that you know how to receive and manage them, the universe feels secure enough to send you more. It's like when you lend something to someone and they take good care of it, return it properly. Next time you lend something better, more valuable. The cosmos works similarly. He tests his financial maturity with smaller amounts before opening the floodgates of great abundance. And there's another very important aspect here. This unexpected money also comes to change his mindset about prosperity. Many people, including many Aquarians, believe that money only comes through hard work, through endless hours of effort. And look, work is important, yes, but true prosperity has to do with flow, with being in the right place at the right time, with vibrating at the frequency of abundance. When you start receiving money in unexpected ways, you learn that the universe has infinite paths to make you prosper, far beyond your normal work routine. Fifth sign, my dear Aquarian, and this one is about your inner energy. You'll notice that your self-confidence is growing in a very natural, very solid way. It's not that forced confidence, the kind you have to convince yourself of daily. It's a deep, calm, unwavering confidence that comes from within. You wake up and simply know you are capable. You face challenges with a new serenity. You make decisions without that torturous second thought that perhaps accompanied you before. And do you know why this is such an important sign of prosperity arriving? Because prosperity isn't just about having things, my dear. It's about being someone who attracts and keeps those things. True wealth begins from within. If you don't feel deserving, if you don't feel capable, the universe may even send opportunities, but you will unconsciously sabotage them. But when this true self-confidence awakens, you become a magnet for abundance. You radiate an energy that says to the cosmos, I am ready, I deserve it, I know I will make good use of this. And the doors begin to open, the paths begin to appear. Aquarius, you have always been a sign that values individuality, that cherishes authenticity. But sometimes, in the practical world, this unique nature of yours may have made you feel out of place, may have created insecurities. Is thinking differently good? Will not following the herd leave me behind? Is my peculiar way of seeing the world a flaw? Because when the prosperous phase arrives, all these doubts dissolve. You finally understand deep in your soul that your difference is not a bug, it's a special function. That your unique way of thinking is not a weakness, it's your superpower. That your refusal to follow the pattern doesn't isolate you, it sets you apart. And this profound understanding generates unwavering confidence. You stop trying to fit in and begin to shine by being exactly who you are. And guess what happens when you shine by being authentically you? The right people find you. The right opportunities find you. The right abundance finds you. Because you are finally transmitting to the universe who you truly are, the cosmos can send you what truly resonates with your essence. Notice lately, have you felt more comfortable in your own skin? Have you cared less about other people's opinions? Have you made decisions based on what you truly want, not what others expect? These are all signs of blossoming self-confidence, and along with it comes prosperity, Because now you are aligned with your truth, and the universe always rewards authenticity. Sixth sign, and here we enter a very special area. My dear Aquarian, you will notice that your intuition is becoming incredibly sharp. Those feelings about people, about situations, about paths to follow are coming clearer, stronger, more frequent. And most importantly, when you follow these intuitions, they prove to be right. You have that feeling to call someone, and when you call, you discover that the person really needed to talk to you. You feel that you shouldn't accept that proposal, and then you discover that it was lucky you didn't. You have the impulse to go to a certain place and end up making a valuable connection there. Aquarian, you are already naturally intuitive, but perhaps you don't trust it so much because your rational side, your mental side, which is so strong, sometimes stifles these subtle perceptions. But when prosperity is arriving, this intuition doesn't ask permission, it imposes itself, it becomes too loud to be ignored. It's as if the cosmos is connecting you directly to the source of universal information, to the wisdom that exists beyond common logic. And this heightened intuition is fundamental to your prosperity. You know why? Because the best opportunities don't always make sense on paper. Sometimes you need to follow a feeling, a hunch, an inner calling that logic alone couldn't explain. How many people have missed great opportunities by ignoring their intuition and only following what seemed logical? How many others have prospered by following that inexplicable impulse that ended up being brilliant? You're entering that second category now. Your connection to universal wisdom is becoming crystal clear. And what a precious gift that is, my dear. In a world full of information, much of it contradictory, having a reliable inner compass is a gigantic advantage. You don't need to get lost in a sea of opinions. You don't need to depend so much on gurus or external experts. You have your own direct line to the truth. Now, for this gift to fully function, you need to create spaces of silence in your life. Intuition speaks softly. It needs quiet to be heard. If your head is always full of noise, always connected to 1,000 things at once, it becomes difficult to perceive these whispers of the soul. This happens because true prosperity is not just financial, my dear, it is holistic, it involves all aspects of being. And the physical body is the temple where your soul dwells. It is the vehicle through which you experience material life. So when the cosmos is preparing a prosperous phase for you, it also takes care of strengthening your vehicle, of giving you energy and disposition to take advantage of all the opportunities that are coming. What good is an incredible job opportunity if you lack the energy to seize it? What good is a travel opportunity if your body is complaining? The universe is wise. It prepares the entire terrain, including the physical terrain that is your body. And look how interesting, often this improvement in health and energy doesn't necessarily come from changing your habits, although that helps. It comes from a deeper energetic shift. When you enter a vibration of prosperity, optimism, and positive expectation, it affects your body at a cellular level. Your systems function better, your immunity becomes stronger, your vitality increases. It's scientifically proven that emotional and mental state directly affects physical health. Happy and hopeful people literally have healthier bodies. So when Aquarius enters this prosperous phase, when you begin to feel this renewed hope, this growing joy, your body responds by becoming stronger and more energized. Now, this doesn't mean you can ignore basic self-care, not at all. The universe is giving you a push, but you need to do your part too. Nourish your body with good things, move it regularly, let it rest properly. When you combine the energetic blessing you're receiving with healthy habits, the result is amplified. You become a force of nature. You have plenty of energy to work, to enjoy life, to realize your dreams. And this energy overflows. The people around you notice, they comment that you are different, more alive, more present. And this in itself attracts more prosperity because nobody wants to do business, partnership, or any kind of deep interaction with someone who is always tired, always complaining of aches and pains, always lacking energy. People naturally gravitate towards those who radiate vitality, and now you are becoming one of those magnetic people. 11th sign, my dear Aquarian, and here we enter a very beautiful dimension. You will begin to feel a deep gratitude welling up within you, even for the small things. Waking up and giving thanks for the day. Having a coffee and feeling genuine gratitude. Watching a sunset and being moved by its beauty. This gratitude is not forced, it's not that mental exercise someone told you to do. It arises spontaneously, naturally, because you are beginning to see life with different eyes. You are perceiving the abundance that already exists around you. You are noticing the small blessings that perhaps went unnoticed before. And here is one of the greatest secrets of prosperity. My dear, gratitude is the most powerful magnet that exists to attract more abundance. When you are grateful for what you have, however small it may be, you send a clear message to the universe saying, I recognize your blessings, I value what I receive, I am ready for more. And the cosmos responds to this vibration by sending you more things to be grateful for. It's a wonderful virtuous cycle. The more you give thanks, the more you receive. The more you receive, the more you have to be grateful for. And the wheel keeps turning, lifting you higher and higher in the spiral of prosperity. Aquarian, you may sometimes tend to focus on what's still missing, what you haven't yet achieved, your unrealized ideals. And look, having goals is important, but if you only look at what's lacking, you create an energy of scarcity, of emptiness, and that repels abundance. But when you balance healthy ambition with deep gratitude for what already exists, when you can simultaneously desire more and be grateful for the present, you create the perfect frequency of prosperity. So practice this daily, my dear. When you wake up, before doing anything else, think of 3 things you are grateful for. They can be simple things. Do you have a roof over your head? Gratitude. Do you have food available? Gratitude. Do you have people who care about you? Gratitude. Start there, and then let that wave of gratitude grow naturally. Over time, you will realize that there is abundance everywhere, that you are already rich in so many ways, and this recognition attracts even more wealth into your life. And there's a very beautiful detail here. When you live in gratitude, you no longer live in fear. Fear of losing, fear of not succeeding, fear of not being enough. Because gratitude and fear cannot occupy the same emotional space at the same time. So the more you cultivate gratitude, the more you expel fear. And without fear blocking your path, prosperity flows much more easily. The 12th sign, Aquarius, and we arrive at the last but not least important. You will feel a profound peace, even amidst chaos, even when things around you aren't perfect. It's a peace that doesn't depend on external circumstances, that comes from a deep place within you, from an inexplicable certainty that everything will be all right, that you are exactly where you need to be, that the universe is taking care of everything. This peace is perhaps the greatest sign that prosperity has already arrived, because real prosperity isn't about having a lot of money in the bank, it's about having this tranquility of soul, this confidence that you are supported by the cosmos. You can have all the money in the world and still live tormented, anxious, afraid of losing everything. That's not prosperity, that's prison. But when you have this inner peace, even if you are still building your material abundance, you are already rich, because you have what most people spend their whole lives searching for and never find, true tranquility. Aquarius, your sign is ruled by the element of air, the world of ideas, and sometimes this makes your mind race, overthink, and worry about 1,000 future scenarios. But when this prosperous phase arrives, it's as if someone calms the turbulent waters of your mind. Thoughts continue to come. You remain brilliant and creative, but there's a serenity beneath it all. A solid foundation of peace upon which everything else is built. And with this peace comes clarity. Decisions become easier because you're not deciding from fear or anxiety, you're deciding from serenity. Relationships improve because you're not projecting your insecurities onto other people. Opportunities are better seized because you're not so tense that you let them pass. This peace is your anchor, your superpower. While the world around you is in a frenzy, while everyone is running around aimlessly, you are serene, centered, flowing. And people notice this, they are drawn to your calm energy, they want to be near you, they want to partner with you. Because in the midst of chaos you represent a safe haven. And here's the most beautiful thing, my dear Aquarian. This peace you are feeling now, it won't go away. Even when challenges appear, and they will appear because that's life, this peace will remain in the background, reminding you that everything passes, that you have overcome difficult things before, that the universe is always working in your favor. This is true wealth. This is the treasure that no one can steal from you. The unshakable inner peace that becomes your constant companion. So my dear Aquarian, we've reached the end of this video, and I sincerely hope you've recognized several, if not all of these signs in your life right now. Because if you identified at least 5 or 6 of them, you can be absolutely certain that the most prosperous phase of your life isn't just arriving, it's already begun. You're stepping into the territory of abundance right now. All you need to do is stay attentive, stay receptive, stay grateful, and let this wave of prosperity carry you higher and higher. Quickly recap with me what those 12 signs were. First, the right people appearing in your life. Second, innovative ideas pouring forth. Third, old obstacles dissolving. Fourth, money coming from unexpected sources. Fifth, your self-confidence growing naturally. Sixth, your intuition becoming sharper. Seventh, recurring numbers appearing constantly. Eighth, your skills being recognized. Ninth, your dreams becoming more vivid and meaningful. 10th, your energy and health improving. 11th, deep gratitude blossoming within you. And 12th, an unshakable inner peace envelopes you. Look at how many gifts the universe is giving you. Look at how much abundance is already manifesting in your life. And this is just the beginning, my dear. As you recognize and honor these signs, as you act according to the guidance you are receiving, prosperity will expand. It will take over all areas of your life. It will transform you in ways you may not even be able to imagine yet. Now I need to ask you some important questions. How many of these signs are you already experiencing? Which one caught your attention the most? And most importantly, what are you going to do now with this information? Because knowledge without action is just theory. And you, visionary Aquarian, didn't come into this world just to theorize, you came to achieve, to build, to prosper. So use these signs as a map, as confirmation that you are on the right path, and continue walking with confidence and faith. And look, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel now. Hit that red button, activate the bell, because I'm always bringing you content like this. Deep, practical, made especially to help you on your journey of prosperity and spiritual evolution. And if this information has truly touched your heart, if you feel it's making a difference in your life, consider becoming a supporter of the channel. It's with this support that I can continue creating these rich and in-depth materials for you. Leave a comment here telling me where you're watching from, how many signs you've already identified in your life, and how you're feeling about this prosperous phase that's beginning. I love reading every comment. I love knowing how you're doing. And this exchange of energy is very important. And here's my final challenge for you, my dear Aquarian. For the next 7 days, pay attention. Observe your life with your eyes wide open. Write down each time one of these signs appears. You'll be surprised how many of them are already present. You just weren't looking closely enough. And as you recognize these signs, as you give thanks for them, the stronger they become, the more evident they become, the more prosperity they bring. Your phase of abundance has begun, Aquarius. The universe is conspiring in your favor. Accept this blessing with an open heart, with outstretched hands, with a grateful soul. You deserve all the good things that are coming. Until the next video, may the cosmos be on your side, and may prosperity continue to flourish in every area of your life. A huge hug, and let's embark on this incredible journey together.